You'll never be like me. I'm the boss, baby.
Circle. Slurry.
Bitch, I'm that damn good. Smoking on some good, some rosy on the wood. Standing on the shit so you can get it understood. It's pedigree in me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that
Damn good. Smoking on some good, something rosy on the wood. And bitch, I got the belt so you just get it understood. It's pedigree in me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good.
big old body, I'm turning. Big old wood, I'm burning. Big old.
She gon' be looking like China. I put a ring on Stephanie.
Me and the team is building a legacy, winning the gold separately. It's time to play the game. I can change the name. Only the fans drain. You can find the stain. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Smoking.
Yeah, yo, it's your boy Dame Dog. Bro, I miss Crime Time, bro. Y'all, some of y'all not wrestling fans, y'all won't get it, but that's how Crime Time used to come on. What's good, everybody? It is the third official episode of the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast. My voice back a little bit, but this week we got to do just a combined episode. I went to wrestling this week. I had a great time. My voice is just, it's not where I need it to be for this Zodiac episode. So in the first half, we're going to cover some wrestling. In the second half, we're going to get into 42 Doug weird ass. We're going to get into the baby. We're going to talk about that story that y'all wanted to hear from my sister, because I know on the first episode, a lot of people was like, oh, I wanted to hear the story with your sister. So we'll talk about that too. But also, thank you for all the continued support. It definitely still means a lot to me. I definitely want you guys to all subscribe and make sure you guys are checking out every single episode every Monday and Friday, with the exception of today, obviously. I got good news. We'll be on all podcasting platforms within the next, I say 2 or 3 episodes. I'm just trying to, it said that it's trying to get me licensed for distribution or something like that. So once that comes back, we will officially be on Google, Apple, Spotify, wherever the fuck else. We're going to be there. We're going to be there. Wherever you want me to be, I'm going to be. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Like white on fucking rice. Let's just go ahead and get started right away. First of all, I want to say I had a tremendous time at the wrestling event. It was just a house show for WWE Milwaukee. Well, I don't know why I said WWE Milwaukee, but it was just a house show for Milwaukee. I had a great time. Before I get into the show, I want to say where my Sasha stands at. The Sasha Banks, Sasha crew, is that what y'all call yourselves? Her fan base, y'all are nuts. Like, in a good way. In a good way. But y'all are nuts. I posted a video of Sasha making the kid in front of me literally cry. He was literally crying. Like, she tried to hand him his glasses and she said, no, you'll never be as good as me. And so the kid literally started crying. And I posted the video on Facebook and it had like 600 likes or something like that. But the Sasha crew is crazy, but we definitely do stand Sasha Banks on the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast. We are all Sasha stands. Sasha Banks is definitely one of the best after Charlotte. Right away, I want to jump right into Bray Wyatt's release. I, for one, cannot believe Bray Wyatt was released. Like, I'm actually shocked. I know that there's some people saying that, oh, I wasn't really that shocked, or oh, the Fiend run its course, or oh, the Fiend was too hokey. I didn't think the Fiend was too hokey at all. I actually thought the Fiend was perfect. I actually thought the Fiend was exactly what we needed. I feel like Alexa Bliss is kind of stuck now. And Alexa Bliss did make a tweet, and she was just basically saying, like, she was speechless and she couldn't believe that this had happened. And people are blaming Alexa. If you watched episode 2, I was actually just talking about how Alexa needed the Fiend to return. And literally, as I was editing episode 2, it came out that The Fiend was released. So yeah, I mean, Alexa's kind of stuck with this gimmick now. I'm not sure how they're going to turn Alexa back into the goddess, because I always thought that the only way she could go back to the goddess is if like the Fiend did the mandible claw on her, because that's how he turned her into that. So I mean, it's just interesting to see what they're going to do with this now, because clearly they're giving it to Alexa, and Alexa is just running with it. Ronda Rousey actually made a tweet, and she actually made a very good point. Actually, here, let me pull up this tweet here, because I'm actually not a fan of Ronda Rousey just because of the disrespect that she did to the wrestling community. And she can try to say that, oh, it was all storyline if she wants to, but she just flat out like was saying, oh, it's so fake and all this and all that after she left. I mean, like, I feel like we know that already. So you're not like breaking any news, and I feel like it was just kind of wildly unnecessary to try to get your heat from the fans that way. And heat is like getting fans to hate you. Like, I feel like that's a weird way to get your heat from the fans. But Ronda Rousey made a tweet and said, "I've seen some fans chanting 'We want Wyatt' last night, chanting 'We want beach balls' over Wyatt performing. If the WWE treated him like he was expendable, it was because of you ungrateful idiots did first." So basically what she's referencing is Bray Wyatt was in a match a couple years ago, and during his match, the fans started chanting, "We want beach balls." And now that Bray Wyatt's fired, now they're chanting, "We want Bray Wyatt." I'm not a fan of Ronda Rousey, but she raises a great point. Wrestling fans, for the internet wrestling community, and that's exactly what I was saying in my first episode, they give hardcore wrestling fans a bad look. On Twitter, it's bad. It's a bad look. I don't feel like Bray is going to suffer after this at all. I feel like Bray is probably going to go to AEW or TNA, and at this point, Vince is literally just feeding people to AEW. He is literally feeding people to AEW. Like, when I talked about last week how Vince said, basically, who you want, we see that Vince is serious. Like, I feel like if you're unhappy in the WWE, now is your time to go and be like, I want my release. I don't want to be here. I'm not happy. Now is the time. Because actually that's exactly what Ric Flair did. And Ric Flair was granted his release on August 3rd. Making him another Legend Hall of Famer being released. It's also being noted that Jeff Jarrett was released earlier this year. And former ring announcer JoJo was also silently released 3 or 4 months ago. And that's the girlfriend of Bray Wyatt. She was silently released as well. Really, if you're not happy, this is really the time to go. Like, if you're not happy, this is really the time to go and say, I'm not happy, I want to get out of here. This is the time. It does look like that may be exactly what Adam Cole is doing. I'm not saying that Adam Cole is unhappy, but it does look like his contract is up after SummerSlam in about 18 days. I've read that they've offered him 2 or 3 contracts and he has not re-signed them. But then again, those are from dirt sheets. So, and like I said, I kind of take dirt sheets for a grain of salt. I don't really believe dirt sheets at all. I need some type of proof. Looks like Adam Cole may be headed to AEW as well with his girlfriend, Dr. Britt Baker. So I feel like it may be interesting to see if Cole is going to be rescheduling his appointments from Tuesday nights to Wednesday nights, because it looks like Cole may be rescheduling his dentist appointments because she is a dentist. But no, I had a great time at the wrestling event. I got a picture with Nikki Ash. I got a picture with Dominic Mysterio, Bianca Belair. I got the hilarious video of Sasha Banks snatching the glasses from the fan. You can check all of that out on my Instagram at dame.don, dame.donn on Instagram. And you'll see the pictures and the videos and Roman Reigns' entrance. And I gotta say, like, I don't know what kind of camera Apple got going on here, but my pictures came out looking so crisp, so perfect. Like, it looks like they were professionally taken, like I was a hired photographer or something. And it was literally just my phone camera here. But let's go ahead and get into we're gonna go ahead and jump into some other topics here. We are officially off of wrestling. I know some of y'all are cheering, yeah. Yeah. The first thing I want to talk about here is the baby. Sounds like you made a mistake here, bud. I feel like had the baby just said that and he just left it, yes, it was wrong, but it may not have had a bigger impact if he would have just said that and not said nothing else. Like if he would have just said that at the concert and then just left it alone, it may have been fine. Or not fine, but he may not have been getting canceled from so many festivals and all this. Because I think as of today, it was like 6 festivals he was taken out of. I feel like if he didn't go on Twitter and say he's catapulting himself into icon status and he's the biggest and he's basically taking himself to another level, I feel like in the long run, that's what fucked him over. Not his actual initial comments, but the fact that he came out afterwards and not only did he stand on it, but he was like, yeah, I'm not apologizing, you know, that's what I meant. I feel like it was wrong, and honestly, he should have just shut the fuck up. If he would have just not said, if he would have just not made his comments after that, and he would have just kept going, he probably would have got backlash, but not as much. But the fact that he tried to stand on it and then say, oh yeah, I'm not apologizing this, and then a day later, 2 days later, you have to come out and apologize, that makes you look bad. Like that makes you look like you're going out bad. And really, I feel like he could have just said the comments at the concert and not said nothing else. Like if that's how he felt at the concert, fine, and then just not say nothing else. But the fact that he had to come out and say, oh, I'm becoming an icon and this and that and this, I feel like that's what messed him up in the long run. That's what fucked him over. Next thing I want to talk about here is this 42 Doug video where Midget Boy is basically attempting to give his daughter a hickey, essentially. And you can try to twist it and say, oh, because I've seen people trying to defend this, saying, oh, you guys just don't have dads in your lives, or what does that have to do with anything? It's disgusting. You should not be sucking on your daughter's neck with your tongue swirling around like that, daughter, son, whatever it was, bro. Just your child, period, any child. That's disgusting, bro. That's disgusting. I don't care if it's your child. Not only is it disgusting, but it's weird. I'm going to show the video for y'all if y'all haven't seen it. Go ahead and take a look at that. If you defending that, you are a sick human being. You're a sick human being. We're going to go ahead and move forward here. This is going to be a shorter episode. So guys, I am very excited about the Zodiac episode here. I've gotten a lot of submissions. Of course, we were supposed to drop that episode on Monday. On Monday, I absolutely had no voice, as you've seen at the beginning of the podcast. It's kind of back here now, but I'm not 100%. I wanted to make sure I was completely 100% for y'all with this podcast. So Monday, we will be having part 1 of the Zodiac episode, and we'll have to break it down into parts just because I received so many. But next, let me tell you guys about the story with me meeting my sister, because I know I had kind of talked about it or started talking about it on the first episode, and I was so damn high, drunk, and excited. I was just like, oh, forget it. And people was writing me like, oh no, I really wanted to hear the story. I really wanted to hear the story. Here's the story. So I think I was, I don't know, I want to say around 21, 22, 23, something like that. Maybe 21, 22. Me and my sister are 6 years apart. She's 6 years older than I am. I had always known about her, but I had never actually met her. Like I think I had talked on the phone with her, but she had actually came down here with my cousin, Benicia. They came down. I think that's how you say her name, Nini. I call her Nini. I hope I said your name. I hope I said your name right. But look, they came down here to Wisconsin. And I do got the pictures, but I look absolutely disgusting. Like, I'm not uploading those pictures. their first impression was probably, look at this fat fucking blob. I didn't have a haircut. I just looked ridiculous. I'm not posting the pictures. I looked ridiculous, honestly. I'm sure she was taken back. No, I'm just joking, but no, I'm serious. I did look terrible. But it was like when we first met, we just both clicked instantly with both Aries. We both like Scooby-Doo. It was just like an instant connection. Like, it was kind of weird. And ever since I met her, I've been to California every year, kind of to, you know, chill with her, and just because I like California. So Cali is the goal long term. I was actually supposed to be moving this month, but some stuff happened and stuff. So, you know, maybe we'll have that be a story time. Maybe we'll have that be a story time. But yeah, that was just essentially the first time I met her. She did just get married. I was just down there for her wedding. Yeah, for sure. And that's just, you know, that's my sister. I love her. You feel me? That's my sister. I love her. You feel me? But no. All right. But I also want to just end the podcast with a question. So here's my question. That was sent in. So say you had a close friend, right? You and a close friend had a falling out. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm burping, bro. You and a close friend had a falling out. Y'all don't talk for maybe 2, 3, 4 months. Then the friend writes you and say, you know, yo, I need help. This, and this going on. I need your help. You tell them, like, I don't really want to help you. You know, like, shit ended terribly. Like, I don't want to help you. Like, I don't want to help you. But you end up helping them anyway, right? And then y'all like, okay, we'll get back cool. Give them the money, you help them out, y'all get back cool. But the whole time y'all back cool, the issue as to why y'all had the falling out in the first place, it's still there. It's still relevant. Like, the problem has not went anywhere. Like, the problem is still very much present, still very much around, still very much happens. The problem is still there. So then the close friend pays you back, and then once the friend pays you back, they then decide that they don't want to fuck with you for some random reason that they come up with, even though the initial reason as to why they stopped talking anyway had never been fixed. Wouldn't that be a situation of being used? Because once the money was paid back, it was now, oh, I don't want to be friends with you, or, oh, I noticed this, and this, or they start pointing out stuff that you've never even done before. I just want to know, like, would you consider that being used? Y'all had a falling out, and then you help them, and then they pay you back, and then once they pay you back, they go and say, oh no, now I don't want to be cool with you. You essentially just use that person, correct? Send me your responses in the down below. I'll see you guys next week for our part 1 of our Zodiac episode. See you Monday.
And I'm with the road, dog. That nigga cold, dog. I got a cold shoulder for a fuck nigga if he prove he a mog. I'm pulling up, I got the hammer. I threw an X on the banner. She ain't there throwing that ass at me, but I would not fuck if she Bama. She call me Billy like badass, I call her Billy like Jean. I never slack on the fast cash, even the jacket is jean. If it's a problem, I'm coming direct. I ended up making a scene, cause I've been through hell in a cell, but that's what it take to be king. And bitch, I'm that damn good. Smoking on some good, some rosy on the wood. Standing on this shit so you can get it understood. It's pedigree in me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good.
Smoking on some good, something rosy on the wood. And bitch, I got the belt, so you just get it understood. It's pedigree in me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Bitch, got a leveling of my legacy, make it drop down like a pedigree. Niggas wanna try but can never see, I'm the one too.